silly. Oh, we don't have any intro music. We're recording now.
Oh, I didn't see the timer. What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Low Life Motherfucking Chopper Podcast.
What's up, you flipping nincompoops?
I totally missed the counter on that one.
Well, usually we have like some intro music.
Yeah, get the music going, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if there was like maybe a copyright infringement there. I didn't know if that was part of the reason we got canceled, but we are just going to omit that this week. Or maybe I'll drop it in if they ever get back to me. But
yeah,
happy Friday. We are joined, very excited, Cornerstone Manufacturing, Joel from, would you say, Knoxville, Tennessee?
Sure, Knoxville.
Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you guys.
Long time listener?
Yeah.
Yeah? How long you been listening for?
Me and all the homies talk about it all the time. And we've been listening for quite a while now. I mean, I'm not gonna say I've listened to every episode because I get busy a lot and hard to find time to sit down and actually listen to the content of the podcast.
Yeah.
Always trying to find a way to catch up.
Right on. So that accent, I'm going to guess that you were born and raised down south in Tennessee?
Yes, sir. 2 hours north of here.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. I wish I had a cool southern accent.
You say that until you're like, let me guess. You're from Texas. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm not. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, because Tennessee doesn't have like you don't think southern from there, right?
Yeah, it's like mid-south. I don't know. We got people that have no accent at all, and then people that sound like they came out of the hills. And you're like, where are you from?
Yeah.
From the same place.
Yeah. Yeah, I find like, especially like up in New England too, it's like you'll talk to a dude that's lived in Massachusetts his whole life. Speaks perfect English, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you talk to a blue-collar dude, they almost always have whack and thick accent. Same with New Hampshire, Maine, I think it's just like how you grew up. If you were blue collar, you have like an accent. And if you're
100%.
Yeah. I don't know how you avoid it otherwise,
I'll have to be
but
so professional.
Yeah, true. So, we did release a quick episode kind of explaining the cancellation of the show before this, so we won't have to get into it here. But is there any housekeeping that we had to do before we dive into this interview?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We're pretty good. All right. So, I reached out to you a couple weeks ago. I just recently actually started following you. I saw that you were making some cool, pretty unique parts. So before we get into that, I wanted to just give the people a rundown. We know you're from Tennessee, but what's your story? How'd you get into bikes? How'd you get into making parts for bikes? Where does Cornerstone Manufacturing come from?
Well, I mean, as a lot of us are, ever since I was a little kid, I've always been into cars, and if it has a motor and wheels, I was into it. Taking Hot Wheels apart and flipping a little chassis upside down to make it slam on the ground and everything. Ever since I was little, that's just what I did. And as I got older, got into cars and everything, and went that route for a little bit. And then I remember seeing my buddy Kiker as the first Sportster chopper I ever saw, and I was like, dude, that thing's sick. And not too much after that, got my first Sportster, actually the yellow one. First Sportster, first Harley I ever bought.
Oh, damn.
And it's all downhill from there. I mean, I just surrounded myself with good people that were all about the same things I was about. And that's all I could really ask for.
So you started with cars. What kind of cars were you into? Were you into trucks?
I was a Honda kid, man. Well,
Hondas, yeah.
Lowriders. I started with lowriders, man. I still love lowriders, dog.
Look at the Honda tattoo, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so I started out lowriders, went to mini trucks. After mini trucks, it was Hondas. That was like
Sick.
late 2000s ish. And after the Honda thing, kind of went away. I had some Miatas, got into Subarus a little bit, and still
Oh,
Subaru.
damn.
Got a Turbo Baja,
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
but yeah, it's gonna be my cool little chopper hauler.
What year
But
is
yeah,
that? I love those little Bajas, man. I've been
dude, me
looking
too.
for one.
They only made them from 03 to 06.
Oh, six.
It's like
Yeah.
the Japanese El
Yeah.
Camino, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, with 4 doors too.
Yeah. It's like
Uh,
basically a Forester with like a truck bed on it, right?
It's basically a WR. The turbo ones are like it's like a WRX. Yeah,
Oh, a WRX, yeah.
yeah, pretty much with a truck bed. Yep.
Dude, they're still selling those for good money on fucking Marketplace, dude.
Dude, yeah, especially a turbo one. If you find a good turbo one that's not rusted out or anything, they're expensive. They're like 10 grand and up.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah. Just always been a car dude. As a kid, I always watched Jesse James and like Billy Lane, all those dudes on Discovery Channel. Something about watching them on TV this far away from the screen, I must have said like, I'd love to build choppers. And then I guess I grew up, got into cars and blah blah blah. But then, found my way back to the motorcycle thing, and here we are.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So your first Harley was that Sportster. Did you have any bikes before that? Like any into dirt
I
bikes
was
or
a
any of that
street
shit?
bike. I was a street bike
Oh,
kid.
street
I had
bikes.
R6. I had an R6 there for a little bit, and learned to ride on a little Rebel 250. Nothing
Mhm.
major, but I was always just more so into cruising. You can't really cruise a street bike. You can, but it's not very comfortable after a bit. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm young and my back hurts just trying to do this. So after that, I sort of got into bobbers and really wanted to get an XS 650 and do all that stuff to it. But then sort of found the chopper, and that was the one that got me.
Yeah. What do you consider a bobber? What's like your definition?
Dude, I don't know. Chopper and bobber and everything gets used very loosely now. But to
Mhm.
me, a bobber is something with a fat tire. Like if it's got a
Hmm.
fat tire and a spring seat, that to me is more so a bobber.
Yeah, like more of a look. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a chopper. Some people say like a swing arm bike can't be a chopper. I disagree with that. I've seen plenty of swing arm choppers that are absolutely killer.
Hmm.
And but yeah, the whole bobber thing, to me, a bobber's got that fat tire, tire lettering and all that stuff. Spring seat. I might chop the rear fender a little bit on it or something like that, but they're not
Yeah.
getting crazy with it, or they're not cutting stuff off, or cutting the frame in half, or doing anything like that.
Yeah, I think it's like when I first got my first bike, I had a CB750. I didn't even know what a chopper was.
Yeah.
I went on the forums because I didn't know how to shift the fucking thing
Yeah.
because I never rode motorcycles, So I was like, hey, how come all these, I'm on like Chop Cult, not knowing what I'm looking at, and I'm like, why are these bikes look so much cooler than my stock, 1980 CB750?
Yep.
And then you get like introduced to bobbers first. I think it's like an intro, because all you
I
got to
think
do,
so, man.
yeah, just chop the, to me at that time, it was just like, well, a bobber is you just bob the fender. That's
Yeah,
about simple.
yeah,
And I was
pretty
like, well,
much.
I can fucking cut that,
Yeah.
I think I knew so little about motorcycles. I think I cut it with like a block of wood under the fender, like with a skill saw. Like I was like, I can't take it apart because I won't be able to put it back together.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it.
Yeah. And then I had, obviously left the swing arm on and then springs on the seat too. Send you
Yeah,
right
man.
to outer space, dude. You hit a good speed bump.
True.
Yeah. All right. So what kind of mini trucks were you into? Like Mitsubishi Mighty Maxes and fucking, oh dude.
I'm a B series guy.
Oh no
Yeah,
shit.
I've had like 3 or 4 V2200s. And it's monsters, man. I can't get enough of them. Still
No
love them.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was into all that stuff.
They need
Mazda,
to make
hard
them. They
bodies.
need to make smaller trucks nowadays, man. Like they got too fucking big.
They did,
And too
man.
fucking
They don't
expensive.
even offer.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
they don't last.
Yeah, you got to drop $100K on a work truck. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, I hear that those manufacturers, they make most their money off the trucks. Because the back, they're not using any materials. It's just like sheet
Yeah.
metal.
Less
And
money
then they
into it,
upcharge you
more
like a
money out of it.
motherfucker.
Yep.
But it would be nice to have bring the mini trucks back, dude.
I agree, man. I agree. Bring the mini trucks back.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in my high school in a Mitsubishi Mighty Max that my buddy
There you
had,
go.
and it was fucking no power steering, dude. It was like
Yep.
we both had to like pull on it to like move it. But that fucking thing was like nice, and they're like perfect for transporting motorcycles,
Oh yeah. Load it around, especially if you lower me more.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you can't do that in the Northeast though. Maybe
Can't
down
leave
in
anything
Tennessee.
alone.
Yeah, so Tennessee? Do you guys get like any snow? Is it like
Yeah.
I don't even know where it is on the map. Oh, you
Yeah,
do?
man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the
Is
northeastern.
Knoxville
Well,
on the East Coast or West Coast?
eastern.
It's on the east. Okay.
Tennessee. Yep. Yeah, over here I'm at the Smoky Mountains, so I mean that if it's wintertime, you can see the mountains off in the distance, and they're just solid white. Every
Yeah.
once in a while, it'll come down this way, and we might get a crazy snow, maybe once or twice a year. But other than that,
What's a crazy
nothing
snow,
really.
though? Like, how much?
I mean, dude, we've had some pretty insane. I think last year we may have had a snowstorm that left 10 inches on us.
Oh fucking A, dude.
So that's a lot, dude. I mean, like, people
That's a
see
lot for
flurries
down
on the road.
south. Yeah.
Dude, hazards
That's a lot for
on,
down
going
south.
5 miles an hour. That's
10
it.
inches, yeah. Well, yeah, you guys aren't
And that,
equipped. You don't have like fleets of fucking plow trucks to move
we
that
do,
shit.
but like, they'll, you never can predict it, whether it's going to like be something serious or like dump right on you and then just melt right away. Because it does that too. But sometimes, crazy snowstorm, they might try and like pre-salt the roads or something like that. But,
Oh yeah.
Mother
Yeah,
Nature does what it does.
never been out to Knoxville. Is it like what kind of town is that? Is it a pretty big city?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say top 3 cities in Tennessee: Nashville, Knoxville, and Memphis.
Okay, yeah. I've been to Nashville.
Military
It's
base, too,
wild.
right?
Yeah, right next to the
Yeah.
airport, actually right
Yeah.
near where I live.
Yeah, that's where my
Yep.
brother was stationed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you consider it a college town or not. We got UT here. But I mean, 5 minutes outside the city and you're in the hills.
Mm-hmm.
So, best of both worlds. We got a busy city, and then we've also got the countryside too.
Yeah. So how long? I guess when did you start Cornerstone Manufacturing? Was that
Well,
just was it motorcycle specific, or was that something that you had done before? Or
I actually didn't start before Cornerstone. I started a little Instagram page, and it was just called Design Company. Because all I was doing was just renderings and posting them online, just because it was something that I really enjoyed doing. Designing was a passion hobby of mine, and I never really saw it go into any type of career or anything like that, just because I don't have a degree in any type of engineering or anything like that. So I never really saw a career
what kind
path through it.
of design is this? Is this like CAD design or drawing stuff
Yeah,
out like
CAD
in
design.
CAD? Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you pick up that skill?
High school actually.
Damn.
First year of high school, we had to take a little introduction computer class, and we went on AutoCAD and just had to draw the little shapes and stuff like that. And I was like, it's actually pretty cool. And we had a drafting class at my high school, so I took the drafting class. And the drafting was okay, but once we got into the CAD side of things, the computer side of things, that's whenever I was like, damn, I love this. And I actually started out being really heavy into architecture. Um, my little senior project was I did a blueprint of our entire high school. But yeah, I just started out doing that. And after high school, I just started working full time. Didn't really, I wasn't drawing at all actually or designing or anything. And it wasn't till, let's say, 2014, early 2014, I just got the knack for it again and wanted to start drawing stuff. So I looked up what kind of programs were out there, and Fusion 360 was a brand new program at the time. So I gave it a shot, and I've been using it ever since.
Hmm.
And that actually just started out. I was just posting my stuff on Instagram as design company, chopper stuff, and actually had people messaging me and commenting, asking if they could buy it. And I was like, well, it's not real. It's just a rendering. There's no way to make it or anything for you. Sorry. I'm just sort of posting these pictures.
Just like
And
concepts of different parts and stuff.
exactly, man. I was doing
Oh,
springers and wheels and anything I could, think of that was chopper related. Because I had my Sportster at the time, and it was really
so were you
fueling me
thinking, I
along.
guess you could like sell the design to someone, or you were just doing it for funsies?
Dude, I wasn't, yeah, no, I was just doing it for fun, just
Oh,
doing it
no
because
way.
I enjoyed designing. And now
That's
that
so
it
cool.
is my career, that's a different thing. Not a lot of time to fun design anymore.
Oh,
But
so you do that professionally now? What do you do for work?
yes, I work at Rise Fab Shop. We are a automotive fab shop. We specialize in mostly Formula Drift cars, time attack cars,
Oh shit.
um, basically the safety stuff, roll cages, heavy fabrication type of stuff.
Wow.
Um, I'm the designer there. I do all the design stuff there, design the cages, mounts for anything.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's what I do for my day job. And Cornerstone is my little side hustle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just posted that stuff on Instagram and never thought really anything about it. And then once people started asking me if I could make stuff, then I was like, wait a minute, like there might be something to this. But at the time, no access to any type of tooling or anything like that. I didn't know how to weld really. I could MIG weld okay, but nothing really to write home about. Um, so yeah, I'll just post stuff. People ask me if I can make it. So I started to sort of see that there may have been something to it, but again, I was still very limited. Didn't know where to take it, so I just kept on going with it. Eventually got myself into the position that I'm in now at Rise Fab Shop, and that opened up a lot of doors for me to learn to TIG weld and start to bring some of these ideas to life. And ever since then, it's been downhill.
Hmm.
I've been slowly chipping away at stuff ever since then. Started out making little simple stuff, bars,
So you
and then
started designing there, and then you picked up like TIG welding skills and other like metal shaping skills at your job, at your day
yep,
job. Oh, that's
yep.
cool.
And it really, I mean, my boss he's a good friend of mine, super cool dude. He was always there to lend a hand whenever I needed it. If I was trying to teach myself, really hard headed, I got to teach myself everything. Then I'll ask for advice. So I tried and tried and tried to learn TIG welding, and I was getting it, but not very good. So I was, he's a good dude. He showed me the ins and outs of it, and I started to do a little bit more and more and more myself. Then I really started to fall in love with TIG welding, just for the cleanliness factor of it and everything like that. So that's why all of my parts are TIG welded. Like I'm not going to make anything.
Do you use
Um,
your TIG at work to make the parts, or do you have your own?
I use everything at the shop.
Oh no
Nice.
way. So you got a decent
It's like
one?
a sweet little partner deal. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. What kind of
yeah.
TIG? What kind of welder you guys use?
We have both a Lincoln and a Miller.
Oh
And
shit.
I'm not a red guy or a blue guy. If it's a machine and it can weld, I'll use it.
No shit.
I'm not the I'm a firm believer that it's the operator, not the machine.
Mhm.
You know, I've seen people get great welds out of a $200 Harbor Freight welder, and I've seen people with a $3,000 weld machine not be able to even use half the functions on it.
Yeah. What do you guys you do mostly I guess at the shop? Are you doing stainless steel or mild steel mostly when you're TIGging?
Uh, yeah, I'd say mostly mild steel. Not too much stainless going on in the drift world. Most of that stuff is painted or
Yeah.
aluminum even. So not a lot going on stainless there. I love stainless whenever it comes
Mhm.
to chopper stuff.
I find it's
And all
easier to
the
TIG
chrome.
easier to TIG weld.
100%. Yeah.
It doesn't like
And it just
yeah,
looks so much better.
it looks better and it's easier to work with. Like if like I'm a shitty TIG welder and stainless, it just like I don't know, it just flows better. It you don't
Does,
get
man.
like
It's like
any
butter.
porosity ever. You don't have to clean it as well.
Yeah.
Like I would say if you're learning how to TIG
Helps
weld,
to
just
clean it extra.
yeah, dude, if you're like training, if you're just like want to learn the technique of how to like dab and move, start on
Just,
stainless.
yeah,
Because then you
dude.
don't have to fuck with like cleaning, dude. That's the worst
Yeah.
part about the TIG welding.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. TIG welding, you got to be ridiculously clean about it. I know.
Yeah, I'm fucking lazy. Well, I guess I'm not lazy. I'm impatient, you know. So like
I
I'm
get
like
it.
that's clean
Same.
enough.
That's why I got a
Yeah.
MIG welder.
Yeah. And if there's any porosity, just fucking drive some more rod in there.
With a
What
MIG welder,
fool,
you don't even
yep.
have to clean anything. You just weld over fucking rust,
Blast away,
everything.
man. Yep.
Yeah.
Paint, who cares?
Yeah, I have the stick functionality. I've never stick welded though.
I
Oh,
haven't either.
stick welding's
No,
amazing.
I
That's
ain't
my
doing
favorite kind of
pipeline shit.
welding.
Really?
It looks
Yeah,
really rewarding, like
that's what I
when
learned how to
people
weld on.
that are good at it do it, and then they
Wait a
just like,
little.
yeah, they have the little hammer, and they're like,
Yeah.
Now, when you're
Yeah.
good at it, you don't need the hammer because when you're laying your bead, the slag
Starts to
just like
peel up.
will peel up
oh no
as you're
shit,
welding. Yeah, that's when you're good.
dude. I remember I had a shop class in high school, and I could not fucking start an arc to save my life. My teacher was so disappointed with me. Dude, I'd just get that thing stuck every single time. I could not do it. He was like so disgusted with me.
Yeah, that's got to be like the one
yeah.
clean spot when you're stick
Sticks with you.
welding. Is you got to have a clean spot to start on.
Yeah, that's why I haven't started stick welding or anything yet. But TIG welding's fun. It's fun to make definitely small parts. I actually have made a mic stand that's integrated with my desk this week with some stainless steel. Just like, oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's painless.
Let's see it.
Yeah, I love working with stainless. I hate paying for stainless though.
Yeah. You and me both, man.
I hate paying
Well,
for
looks
anything, dude.
Yeah, life's too expensive now.
Dude, I went to the gas station today to get a bag of chips, and it was fucking $4.
Dude, it's fucking so stupid.
I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Has anybody seen the cereal aisle?
Nah, I don't
Dude,
go
the
shopping
boxes
for that
are
reason.
this big now, dude. They
Yeah, I
cost the
refuse
same.
to go.
The bag inside's only filled up that much.
Yeah, they shrunk the box down. I mean, you used to be able to get like a humongous box of cereal and just mow. Now it's like, dude, you get a box of Lucky Charms. They're physically really small, and then the bag inside's even smaller, but they cost
And the
twice
price
as
is
much.
higher, yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, yeah. So stainless is just nuts. But yeah, definitely if you're like having trouble with the technique part of TIG welding, I would say get some stainless just to practice on, because then you can start running those beads and get a little bit of confidence, learn how to like work and move that bead around and not have to worry about fucking blowing out your welds and shit. But so all right, so you The 2012 Sportster you said is your first Harley. How'd you come upon that thing? Because that thing is sick. I looked at it. I had no idea it was a 2012.
Yeah. So,
That is a late model
actually,
Sportster to
it
be
is,
chopping up.
man. It is. When I came across it, I was still sort of in the like bobber phase. Um, but I had seen a chopper here and there, but it was mostly like some OCC looking shit. And I was like, I don't really get down with that. So I had a buddy that had a 2007 Nightster. I didn't know the difference in a '04 and up Sportster and '03 and under Sportster. I was just a Sportster's a Sportster to me. So once I got that thing and started riding it, got into choppers a little bit more, I realized I should have gotten this thing. I should have gotten an older Sportster because what I want to do to it, like at the time, I think there were maybe two or three rubber mount Sportsters that I could find. One of them was Dirty Joe, and like once I realized that I was able to achieve what I could do with my bike, then I was like, oh hell yeah, like
What year was
we'll
that
do this.
Nightster?
'07.
07, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I had an '06 Nightster, and I hated it.
yeah,
I didn't know I hated it until after I got a bike with skinnier tires, though.
yeah,
Dude, because you cannot corner with those fucking things.
yeah, yeah. So he had that Nightster, and it was cool. It was fun to make Harley noises. Once you get that Harley, you put your slip-ons on, or you take the slip-ons off, even. You get that noise, and you're like, oh hell yeah! Like this
Yeah,
is exactly what
but
I was
don't
after.
remap the don't remap it or anything. So you're just popping constantly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Intake, absolutely. Exhaust,
Uh,
sign me up. Like, I don't
mm,
need a damn tune. It runs.
it's a jerky ride, but
Yeah.
sounds good at
So,
idle.
exactly. So, yeah, I didn't really know what I was getting into. But once I actually started getting into choppers, I was like, oh shit, like this is a way bigger undertaking than I really realized. At the time, Lead Sled was the only company that made a hardtail um, for '04 and up Sportsters. So I found second hand, it was used. I found a hardtail for one that a guy didn't use. Picked it up, and I sat on it for probably the better half of a year and a half, 2 years before I did anything with it.
Hmm.
But a lot of stuff changed. I was moving from Johnson City to Knoxville for my job now, stuff like that. So I never really got around to it. And then once I, had full access to a shop and stuff, I was like, all right, let's do this thing. And it was quite the experience. Um, Took me almost 2.5 years. Um,
So going into it, like because coming from cars to a
yeah,
motorcycle, for me, I don't know much about cars, but like motorcycles seem so much easier. You know what I mean? So like confidence wise, you're like, well, I can do whatever the fuck I want with this thing, right? Like,
yep. Yeah, I mean, a car, I never really I guess I shouldn't say I never really got into cutting cars because my mini truck phase, we were cutting the cabs in half and body dropping and, doing all that stuff. But I never really did that too much with cars. But once I got this thing, I was just sort of like, well, I know that that's sort of what I got to do.
mhm.
Dive in and learn, and start cutting shit and make mistakes and see where that takes me. Um, so once I started the build, it just really sort of snowballed. I didn't intend for it to take, almost 2.5 years, but it did. And but I'm thankful for it. It taught me a lot, and it's allowed me to show my abilities and shit I've made with my
Well,
own two
yeah, that's
hands.
true too. It's like it's not a type of model that people chop. So like as far as information goes and what fits what and aftermarket parts and stuff, like you have to do
Yep,
quite a bit of fabrication.
yep,
There's not a whole lot of there's not a whole lot of chopper parts for that era.
No. I mean, like I told you, I think Dirty Joe had one of the very few rubber mounts that was already hardtailed,
Mhm.
and I was asking him all kinds of shit.
Oh
Hey
no
man,
shit.
what'd you do for this, and what'd you do for your brake stuff, and blah blah. I've talked to him quite a bit, but he gave me a lot of insight on like what he did with his Sportster, and that helped a lot
Dirty
because
Joe
there wasn't.
666.
Yep,
Dude, he's the fucking man.
he
And his
is, man.
Sportster
He's
is
cool
sick
shit.
as fuck, dude.
Yeah, yeah, that and his panhead.
His pan
Oh
is
yeah,
so
yeah,
fucking sick.
yeah.
He's putting one of my seat pans on his
Oh, he
panhead.
is?
I think.
Dude, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah, you know, and with the rubber mount, there's not a lot of shit you can buy for them. I was like, okay, like challenge accepted. I'll see what I can do. So I tried to make, besides the hardtail itself, I tried to make everything else. I made the sissy bar. I made the whole bag. Um, did a bunch of little stuff like relocated the voltage regulator in between the frame rails underneath the motor. Same thing for the master cylinder. Hid it in between the frame rails underneath the trans. So it's all clean. Like you can't see any of it, but it's all just still there. Batteries in the
When I first
little
looked at
bag.
it, I didn't know it was a 2012 Sportster. Like when you first look
Yeah.
at it, you're just like, you assume it's 2003 or earlier because it
Yeah.
just has that look to it,
Yeah.
What'd you do as far as like wiring that thing? Is it still fuel injected and all that?
So
Okay.
one of the first things I did was rip all that stuff off because I was going for cleanliness. I didn't want like 2 miles of wiring on that thing. Fuel injection is really fun because it's really fast. But for the type of stuff that we're into, I want it to just be sleek. I don't want you to see any wires. I don't want to see any of that shit. I don't care if I'm going, 80 miles an hour. I don't care about going fast. I care about looking cool. That was I ripped all that fuel injection stuff off. Went with a Thunderheart ignition, which is made by Thunder Max, actually here in Tennessee, Son of Knox, Nashville.
Oh, local. That's cool.
Yeah, went with a Thunderheart ignition. And to anybody that's chopping a rubber mount and thinking about ditching all that stuff, that is what you should use. So yeah, Thunderheart ignition. It's long enough to where you don't need a harness. The wires that just come with the ignition itself are long enough to reach the coil and the crank position sensor. So there's essentially no harness on it, besides 2 headlight wires and 2 taillight wires.
No shit. I think that market's picking up too. Like it's the 04 and later models. There's like the aftermarket
100%.
is starting to pick up because it's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of those older bikes are not available anymore.
Come on, man.
A lot more people are starting to chop those things too.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, dude, I'm happy to see it because who knows, man? In 10 years, a solid mount Sportster might be as hard to come by as a shovel head.
Yeah.
They might all be pieces of shit. But a rubber mount Sportster, all the way up till, God, what was it? 22, I think.
Yeah.
They're all roughly the same. So those are going to be picking up in popularity, and companies like Gasbox and all those guys, they came in at the right time because it's going to be a big thing. And that's even like what I'm suggesting to people that have rubber mounts. I'm like, hey, dude, full frame it. Just buy one of those 3-up frames and call it a day. Like, just take your motor out of your frame, throw it in that thing, and be done.
Yeah.
No cutting, no grinding.
That's a huge help is to have the full frames,
A lot less hassle, especially with the rubber mounts. That's a lot of fucking work to hardtail that.
Yeah. I don't want to talk bad about any company or anything, but the hardtail, when I did it, it sucked.
Yeah.
It absolutely sucked.
Okay. Well, it's about damn time too, because I have an 03 Sportster. That motherfucker's 20 years old. I think 03, I'm like, oh yeah, it's in the 2000s or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, dude, that's fucking old.
Crazy.
Yeah, but then once you get that, like the frame's the biggest thing is like, because if you can just take the motor out and put it in a frame, then like what's the process? I guess how difficult is it to go from EFI to carbureted?
You literally need the ignition that I told you about.
Yep.
You need an 04 to 06 intake manifold and a carb. Oh, and a gas tank if you're not already
Yeah.
going to figure out something with that, because the fuel pump is in the gas tank
Mhm.
factory on a fuel injected bike. But literally those three things right there.
Oh no
And
shit.
you can take your whole harness and throttle body and everything and just throw it in the trash.
No shit. So then it's just a matter of you buy a frame, or I guess if you're really slick, you can build a frame. But if you're like that, then you don't need my help.
No.
But yeah, but like getting a frame and then you just toss that shit out, get a couple of things, that's actually not a lot of money. And then you get like dude, having a Sportster that's fucking from 2012, that'll run you for many
Yeah.
years to come, you know? Like that's sick.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Yeah.
thing has never given me an issue.
I'm about to
Whole
swap
entire
the
time
motor
I've
on
owned
mine.
I swap my shovel head motor out with a fucking 2023.
But yeah, they're great, man. They're peppy too. I think 04 to 06 they had some Buell heads put on them or something like that. I don't dig too much into motor work.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Harley Davidson after 2003. I never really bothered to learn anything. I don't know what their
I
new
got
models
myself
are
up
or
to
any of
like
that.
2014. After 2014, they started doing really weird wiring stuff to where, like, if you unplug one thing, the whole bike won't work at all.
Yeah.
That
Oh, that
CAN
was the
bus
other thing on
system
the
or something.
fucking the Nightster, dude. They have like the integrated triple tree. The top triple tree is integrated into the. You can't like just pop on cool bars. You know what I mean?
Yep,
You can't put on
yep,
risers.
yep,
Like
yeah.
they tried to take the customization away. It's like if you buy a motorcycle, one of the first things you do, no matter what it is change the bars. You know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Rip your chopper guy, you're ripping the front brake off and turn signals and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get that angle grinder out.
No shit. Yeah. So the 72, that was cool. That was a cool bike. Actually, just even stock, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I was a little pissed after I got mine. I was like, damn, I could have got like some bass boat green looking one or something, you know? But I knew I'd eventually be changing
The green
everything
one,
on
yeah.
it.
Actually, I
So,
had a buddy that got the 72, the green, the army green one.
dude, the flake is cool on those things for
Yeah.
factory color.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah.
So these you were talking about the DIY seat pans. This is really interesting to me. So what is it made out of? How did you come up with the idea? I guess like cuz I haven't seen anything else quite like it.
Well, I've known about Kydex for a little bit now, but it's new
It's like
sitting
this
in this
thing
thing
that people make knife sheaths and gun sheaths out of. Holsters, yeah.
Yep. And dude, I don't know what. I just one day a light bulb went off, and I was like, "Holy shit! I should use that to form it." Because on the Sportster, I have a ribbed fender, so it has that center rib. The seat would sit on top of that rib, and I was like, "That bothers me that it does that." So I don't know what I was thinking or what light bulb went off or what happened, but I was like, you know what? It would be really cool to make a seat pan out of Kydex because you wouldn't have to have any like welding skills, and with like something simple as a heat dryer or a heat gun or a hair dryer or something, you can make a seat pan that fits your fender perfectly. And so I just threw it up on Instagram, like, hey, thinking about making these. Would anybody be interested? And I had some people like, yeah, absolutely. And ever since then, dude, they've just been selling.
And
I mean,
cost effective too, because I mean, like, what exactly is Kydex? Like, it's
it is a plastic.
thermal plastic. Okay.
Yeah, thermoplastic, meaning you put heat to it and it softens up and becomes malleable.
Hmm.
So a lot of holster makers, they'll put like a small 10 by 10 sheet in their oven, get it super hot, and they have like a gun mold or something, and they'll put it over that and then put some sandbags or something pressed down over it. And once it's cooled, it perfectly conforms to the shape of the gun. man, that is perfect for motorcycles.
Huh.
And if, it's used pretty heavily in the military for probably the same purpose. Holsters, they use it in helicopters a lot too, um, for like dash panels and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I was just like, you know what? Let's give it a go and see what it does. And it's worked out good, man. A lot of people that have bought them have sent me completely done seats,
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's the
because it's
shit,
rugged too.
honestly.
I mean, it's
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's like the weight rating on that?
I don't know about the weight rating, but like you can take if you scaped one out for your fender or whatever, you can take it off that. It still retain its shape, but you could like smash it on the ground. You could drive over it with your car, and it would just boom, and pop back into shape.
that's fucking wild.
God
Yeah,
damn.
yeah, it's some really cool stuff. I'll send you guys some. And let you fuck with it.
Hell yeah, dude. So you could actually, I mean, like when you're making the seat, is it like, can you tap, like drill holes and tap so you can like screw it in there? Or like, how are you attaching the seat
Um,
to it?
I recommend using a rib nut and some epoxy.
Okay.
Yeah, because most of the time those two, a rib nut will hold itself, but the
Yeah. Yeah.
epoxy is like some extra security.
I mean, really,
Yeah.
with it though,
These things are rattling.
you could make it like a snap seat though. So it could just like click right onto the frame.
Yeah, yeah,
True.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
form it nice, yeah.
Velcro, if you want to. I know a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
people just
Dude,
run
and it
Velcro.
doesn't fucking rust. You don't have
No,
to
it
paint it
doesn't
or
corrode.
anything.
No,
Yeah.
no, dude. Yep.
Dude, that's wild. And so you make different models for the seats because you do a king queen too, right?
Yeah, I got like a solo seat, King Cobra style, and then the King and Queen, which is like a two-piece. But you can easily put a small bend in a little back piece and use some rivets and epoxy and make a full king and queen seat.
No shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are so
the
fucking
back
cool.
section's like 36 inches long, so
Yeah.
it should fit any sissy bar out there with probably a little bit left over. You can trim
Yeah, so
off.
like what's like frame wise, do you cut them down to like fit your frame? Like
No,
are they designed for a certain type of bike?
yeah, I mean they're chopper style.
Yeah.
They look like your standard chopper seat pan would be.
Yeah.
But I get a full 4x8 sheet, put it on the plasma table, use a Sharpie to like draw out the seat, and then I cut them out by hand.
You cut them out by hand.
Yeah,
Oh no shit.
yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
it takes a little bit to get everything cut out and trimmed up. They're all like, they're not perfect, but they're close enough.
I made my
Um,
seat pan out of scrap metal that was all rusted and
yeah,
beat to shit with like practice TIG welds on it. So
yeah,
better than
yeah.
that.
So
And
we've
it's
came a
light
long
too.
way.
That's the other thing. It's fucking light.
It's super lightweight. Yeah,
I love
man.
them, dude. I gotta definitely get one because like just to work with it, just heating it up and forming it, because like, yeah, I'd love a ribbed fender, but I'm the same way. You can't do that really
Yeah,
with
that.
metal unless you have
Yeah,
to
dude.
do quite a bit of work to shape it around that fucking rib.
Yep.
And then, I mean, the other thing is it's fucking up your paint on your fender. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
if it's going up over your
Yep.
fender, I'm assuming it's still going to fuck it up a little bit, but not like rusted
Not like
fucking
steel
mild
would.
steel.
Yeah, yeah, because a steel fender and a steel seat pan are rubbing up against each other.
Yeah.
One good rainstorm or something, and you got rust and moisture under the foam of the seat.
Yeah.
After 5 years, old seats are really cool, but they're really rusty and
Yeah,
shitty.
that's true.
They just don't survive. So we'll see how that does in 10, 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I really love the idea that it's number one, you're not adding a ton of weight, especially with king queen seats, like with mild steel, you're doing a lot of sheet metal
Yep.
and then you're reinforcing that, so you have a lot
Yep.
of shit in there. And then just to be able to, I mean, I imagine drilling through it's pretty easy. Drilling through
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
steel sucks. To drill a
Yep.
billion rivet holes,
Yeah.
that
Yep.
takes fucking
Yeah,
forever.
upholsterers love it too because they can just staple the fabric to the
They can
seat. They
staple
don't
it
have
right to
to
the seat. Oh yeah,
no
dude, that's
rivets,
fucking money,
no
dude.
none of that shit. Yeah.
That's fucking
The
money because
the
then if you make a mistake, you can just pop out all those fucking staples mad easy. Dude, drilling out rivets, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, rivets suck.
Dude.
I fucking hate
Yeah.
rivets so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of old
Dude,
school.
that right there is worth it alone, is just to be able to staple it.
Yeah.
Not have to even drill a hole.
I mean, it's if you've ever taken apart a factory seat on a Harley and seen like the plastic ABS seat pans that they give factory bikes, it's essentially the same thing. The only difference is they're using a compression mold, I'm assuming, or a plastic injection mold, and they're injecting their thermoplastic, which is ABS, into the exact shape that the seat or the bike needs. In this case, you just get a flat piece of plastic and you heat it up and you conform it to your bike, and then that's it. I mean, literally within 10 minutes, you got a seat pan.
No shit. Oh shit. Yeah, and what do you cut it with? Like, how easy is it to cut? Like a Dremel tool or cutoff wheel or?
Yeah, I use a jigsaw.
Oh, a jigsaw.
Cutoff
Okay.
wheel, yeah, it gets really hot, starts melting the plastic.
Oh, right.
A jigsaw is about the best thing I've found on like medium speed. You don't want to go too fast because then it just starts getting hot, starts melting. But the stuff is super easy to sand down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really, really cool stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, I gotta get some anyways, because I put a bunch of attachments on one of my guns and now it doesn't fit in the holster. And I was like, dude, to get a custom one made, I'm like, it'd be nice to just, I mean, how much heat do you have to throw in that thing to form it?
I don't remember the exact temperature. It's 200 and something degrees.
Oh, okay.
That's when it starts becoming softer. The more heat you
Yeah.
put into it, obviously, the more malleable it becomes.
Yeah.
But once it cools, it's stiff.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to ask about that too, because like really hot climates, like it's not going to melt off your fucking bike. You know what I mean?
No, I wouldn't imagine so. I mean,
So
if
you
your
got to get it
bike's
hot,
making that
really
much
hot.
heat, then you're burning up too.
Yeah, dude, those things are fucking sick. So, you also make like, I guess, what are they, like crazy Frank type fenders, or like
Yeah,
do you use
yeah, it's like a Frank style.
do those utilize those seat pans? Or are they integrated or okay?
Yeah,
So
my
yeah, tell
fenders
us a
come
little
with.
bit about those fenders.
Yeah, so started making fenders. I think the first one I made was back in 2021. Just had a guy ask me, he was like, "Hey man, can you make like a Keystone fender?" Because at the time, James Duffy was making the Keystones, and those were top of the line. You couldn't get any better than those. Um, he had just made the 76 one, stopped making them, or however many he made. I can't remember, 78 maybe. But he had just stopped making those, so I had a guy say, "Hey, can you make one?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I made one for him. Once I posted that one up, I had another guy, "Hey, can you make one?" "Sure." And made a second one. Then it sort of died off there for a little bit. Um, so I did my normal nerd shit and went back to the drawing board and made it a whole lot better. Big radius on the where the wheel goes, and bigger radius at the top section of it. Um, and really just tried to make it the best thing that I could, and put them back out there. And then ever since then, I've had a good response about them so far. Tried to make them accepting as they could be, because shovel heads, you either get a round swing arm or a square swing arm. If you got a square swing arm bike and you put an original Frank on it, you have this much fender gap.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted something that was interchangeable with 16 and 18-inch rear wheels and round or square swing arm. So that's how I sort of came up with the slot idea, where once you bolt the front bolt in the fender, you can just tilt the fender up and down to get it where you want it to sit. Then you drill your second hole and bolt it up. And
Oh no shit.
you're done. But yeah, I just started making those and kept on going with them. I had some for sports series. The one that I have here, I'm more than happy to show you guys, is for an Ironhead. Still working out. It's the first one I prototype of that.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, probably gonna do maybe an FXR one or something next. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where your money will be at for sure. There's
Yeah,
one thing
I
I
had a
learned:
lot.
chopper guys are cheap as fuck.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah. I had a
splurge
lot of
every
people.
once in a
Hey
while.
man, make one for FXR. Okay, think about it. What
Yeah.
it goes into getting to that point though? I mean, with just the way that I sort of go about shit with 3D scanning and designing it and everything like that. It's an extensive process. There's a lot. I probably spend a month or so really developing something
Oh, so
because
you do like a 3D scan first before you pop it into CAD and
yeah,
start
yeah,
designing it?
yeah. I 3D scan it. It just gives me that eliminates the guesswork because at that point I don't have to like cut a piece out to test it to see if it's going to fit. I've sort of worked with it enough now to where I know what works and what doesn't. So I can 3D scan something, design it, and now there's no more like guess phase of it. Like, oh, will it fit or will it not? Because I know for sure that like
How much how
what I'm
much is
making is good.
like so like if you wanted a 3D scanner and some CAD software to do this stuff on your own, like what's the price point? What's the entry point for that stuff? Because is it like something you need to get a job at a place because it's debilitatingly expensive, or is it something that your normal dude can go out and buy on the low?
Well, Fusion 360 is free, so the design software is free.
Okay.
Um, Anybody can sign up for that today and use it.
And just
And
start
I
fucking
encourage you
around
to
and
because
building
it's awesome.
parts. No shit.
Yeah,
That's
man.
What's
fucking
the
dope.
learning curve for that? Like,
It really depends. If you're good with computers and stuff like that, I mean, within an
Like with
hour, you'll
like good with
have some of the functions.
like if you're good at Oregon Trail, can you do this shit or?
To a certain degree, so, I mean, the program, again, back to the operator thing, the program just is there. It's what you make it, is what it becomes. So it could just be a little hobby tool that you know, draw dicks with, or it could be a serious business tool that, you know, that is the lifeline of your business. I do a lot
huh.
of freelance design work on the side. You
Now, what's the purpose of CAD? Forgive my fucking ignorance, but is this just like a tool where you can build it on a computer, get all the measurements you need, blah 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 blah?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, we live in the information age, so if you were to design something on the computer, there are like millions of places that you can send it off to get cut or bent or milled out, whatever you need.
Oh, so you can just send the file. Okay, yeah, that makes
Yep.
sense.
Send a
Oh, so
file
you don't
in
even have
and
to
you're
do it
done.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
can do a
makes
lot of shit.
sense.
You could purely outsource.
Yeah,
Like
because
if you
you
just come
start
up
to
with a
hear it a lot
design
more
program.
now, where like guys like, oh yeah, I did it in CAD before I built the
Yep.
piece or
You're
whatever. And I'm
doing the
like,
whole
what do you
bike
get
in
out of
CAD.
that? Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
So
like draw shit on cardboard, and I'm like, that should work.
I
that's the
just
original CAD. Cardboard
Yeah,
native design.
yeah.
I don't even draw it out. I just start cutting, and I'm like, oh, that's fucked up.
Oh no, you got to build it in cardboard first to make sure it's gonna fit.
That
Yep.
takes too
Hey,
long.
I've done that too. Take cardboard and then put it in like a printer scanner, like a home scanner, and import that into Fusion. Works too.
No
Oh
shit.
shit.
So Fusion is free. I didn't know that. That's good info. So maybe I'll start fucking around with that just to see what's up. Is that like is that what people use? Like, or are there like professional programs that
I
people?
mean, yeah, there are always levels up. I mean, you can get software that's 50 grand a year if you really want it.
Oh fuck yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
Christian Newman
crazy shit.
uses.
Yeah, yeah, like SolidWorks. Obviously, you got to pay for a seat of that. I don't know how much it is, but and that's a very professional one. Even stuff from Autodesk. Autodesk Inventor is like Fusion 360 if it grew up and got a big boy job or something. It's like a way more official version of Fusion 360. Fusion 360 is really good though for what it is.
So did you use? I guess were you using CAD like to make parts for just bikes, or did you use it for like car shit too, or like when did you? Because you started using it early on. You said like in high school you were fucking around with it.
Yeah. In high school, I was fucking around with it, but it didn't really go to anything tangible. There was some
Yeah, you
3D
weren't like
printing
using it as a
stuff.
tool to make things. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a dumb kid, dude. I just wanted to get high all day. I didn't care about anything. So, yeah, it really started out as that. But once I got more and more and more into it and started to see that it could become something versus just being, a little passion thing that I do every once in a while,
Yeah.
that's when I really started to take it seriously and
Hmm.
bounce around. Like before I got my current job, I'd go to like different diesel shops or performance shops and just say, hey, I like to 3D design stuff. Is there anything I can do to design here? To just try and get, my foot in the door doing something with it.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's a hot tip though. I'm gonna fuck around with it. I didn't know it was free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be
Yeah,
like
dude.
an entry fee, a couple $100 or something. But like for free, I might as
Yeah.
well just fuck around with it. That might be fucking fun.
It is extremely fun, and you can make cool shit with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true too. You can just send it out to people that have the heavy equipment, like fucking CNC machines and shit like that, and they can build you parts, and you can have some
Yep.
custom stuff.
Yep. Speaking
So,
of CNC machines, that's why I sold the Sportster.
Oh
oh, you
shit!
get no shit.
Yeah, I'm buying a CNC machine with that. See where that goes.
What do you plan? What's the plan for that? What do you?
I mean, fuck you. That opens the door. Triple
Yeah,
trees, like I mean, all
triple
kinds
trees.
of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You get like the
narrow
CNC.
trees.
Are you getting like the CNC plasma cutter, or are you getting like
A mill, CNC mill.
fuck?
CNC mill.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna do all kinds of cool stuff with it. A lot of there's a lot of cast stuff, like cast axle plates that are the old style cast looking, but I just think it'd be cool to have some machined. Nothing against
Yeah.
casting, but some billet machined ones, that'd be sick. All
No
kinds of
shit.
stuff. I'm already, even though I still have that Sportster here, it's sold and everything, I'm already dreaming up ideas for the next build, and I'll have a mill that I can make parts with. So I'm like, dang, I might want to do a drop seat frame or something.
Yeah, dude. Holy
Possibilities
shit.
are endless.
What's your garage space look like? You can fit all this fit a machine in there, or
Wow.
where is that going to be
See,
outside?
the partner deal with my work, it's going to be at my day job.
Oh, that's fucking
Um,
nice.
yeah, so we got a good thing going on there. I scratch their back, they scratch mine. The machine's going to be no different. They got a lot of
That's
parts
what's
that
up.
I have designed for them, and we get outsourced right now that we're going to bring in house. So
Oh
it's
shit.
beneficial. It's beneficial in a lot of ways. Yeah, yeah. I was the only. Let's see. There we go. The only thing I was ever going to sell my bike for was to reinvest in myself or my business, and
Yeah.
I'm doing just that.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, so that's going to open a lot of doors, and then that's awesome that you got that like link up with your job to
Yeah,
have that
yeah.
space,
I'm
because space is
super
big,
thankful
dude.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, big time.
So you're doing so we went over the seat pans, the fenders, some new
Yeah.
stuff, but you also do those lightning bolt struts are sick as fuck, dude. How do you
Yeah.
build those? What are those made?
Those are made out of 5/8 thick steel, and the little bungs that you bolt through are 1 inch, quarter-inch wall DOM tubing.
Oh,
And
shit.
then
How do you cut
fucking
those bolts? How do you cut those things?
it's laser cut.
You get
By
them
a
laser
company.
cut, outsource that?
Yeah. Yeah. A company in North Carolina called Laser Bros. I whore them out all over my story. You guys have probably seen them, but fantastic laser cutting services, and they are super quick too. But yeah, I just placed the order for the struts, and in about a week I got them. And then after I get
Week
them, they're
turnaround
really
shit.
rough. Yeah, dude. Like Send and Oshcut, all the big box places are like, you wait a month to get your parts.
Yeah.
like 3 weeks to a month.
So they're just strictly cutting them,
No
then you're
frozen
getting the
runs,
raw
dude.
material back, and you got to finish and weld and all that shit,
I get
polish,
I
all that
get
shit.
raw. Yep. I get the raw material. I soak them in muriatic acid for 2 days to get all the meal scale and shit off, and then after that, I spend about an hour and a half sanding all of the laser marks out of it, because where it cuts it, you can see little imperfections from the laser beam cutting it. Sand everything super smooth to where you can't see
Mm.
any imperfections in the metal at all, and then throw it in the fixture and weld it up.
No shit. That muriatic acid is fucking crazy, dude. I
It
was using that to strip chrome, dude. There's an
That'll
immediate
do it, man.
reaction, dude. That thing starts
Dude, there's an
bubbling
immediate
over.
reaction if it gets
Oh
on
my
anything.
god, dude. Yeah, that's just no
Yeah,
joke.
yeah. One breath around it too, and you're choking,
Oh yeah.
running out.
Do you dilute it to strip the mill scale? Oh, just straight up. Holy shit.
Straight up acid. I mean, it's
Fucking A.
reusable, so like I have it in a little tub that I just drop the struts in
Yeah.
and just let them soak and then pull them
Yeah.
out. Just keep reusing it over and over and over.
No
I know a
shit.
guy that's been using the same bucket of acid for 5 years now, and it's still good.
Damn.
Holy shit.
So it's good shit. Yeah, if you need to clean any bit of rust too, it'll eat through rust.
Oh right. Yeah.
Rust, chrome, mill scale, paint.
Dude, it's like one of those serious old school chemicals too.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Like,
believe
got
what
the
it was
skull
like a
and
science
crossbones
project
logo.
throwing fucking I think I had like some chrome part. I dumped it in a bucket and it immediately started just like I was like,
Yeah.
this is fucking dangerous, dude.
Yeah. Pour it on grass, it starts bubbling up. Yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, I make those struts and offer them in 3 links: 10.5, 11.5, 12.5, or custom if you're a big baller. Mild
Oh
or
no shit.
stainless too.
Oh, you can do them in stainless.
Yeah, dude. Offer them in stainless too, because if you bought a mild steel set and then got them chromed, you could get a stainless set for cheaper. And
Oh yeah.
stainless is stronger and it'll last longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck chrome, dude.
Fuck
Stainless
chrome.
everything, man.
Stainless all the way, man.
You can polish it up just as good as chrome, and if you get a nick in it, you can polish it back up.
Hand it out. Yep.
And you can weld it easy.
Yeah.
I have done a little
stainless.
chrome welding. It's not that easy,
Yeah.
but
I'd say it's not
yeah.
pretty.
So dude, that's sick. So
Yeah.
what else are you making? So you got C-pans, fenders, struts. What other parts are you like, I guess, already making and not like for the future?
Well, I'm working on the oil bag stuff, which that's still in the very beginning phases of it.
Design phase.
I got the prototype today, actually, for the first
What
one.
kind of bikes are you looking at? I think it's a horseshoe oil tank, right?
Yeah. The one that I currently make, I believe it would be universal for hardtail sportsters,
Okay.
because it's just generic width, generic shape, and everything. Holds as much oil as you need. Holds your battery. Holds all your your bullshit. But I haven't verified that. Hopefully, I can sometime soon. But 4-speed swing arm oil bags, it's definitely next. I'm also working on making my own wheels.
Damn.
Is that the wife?
Yeah, she's getting home. Covering her mouth. But yeah, starting to, I'm in the really, really early design phase as well, actually prototyping phase of making my own wheels. Not Invader.
Not invaders. What kind of wheels? What the fuck? Like mags or
Lightning
Something-
bolt invaders?
something new?
Lightning bolt wheels?
Oh,
Nah,
dude, that
I'm
would be
making-
sick.
Dude, lightning bolt
What?
invaders? That would be sick.
Now, hold on. That's actually a good idea.
Dude.
But yeah, I want to
That
make my own
would be
satellite
sick.
style wheels.
Dope. That's
Dude,
dope.
wheels. That's an ambitious project there. Holy shit.
I'm not going to sell them until I run them myself.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's good.
I mean, if you got a good
lightning
lady-
bolt wheel. Holy shit.
Hey, if you want some one-offs, holler. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. So you got how long have you been at this making parts and selling parts for motorcycles?
I mean, made. See, like I told you, the first fender I made was in 2021. It was probably just
Oh,
before
so really
the
recently, yeah.
Louisville stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
not too long. I was very into a lot of stuff. But just being able to make it, that's what's cool.
What do you got? What do you got there? Is that a cat or a dog?
My boy right here.
Oh, he's a fuzzy guy.
He is, yeah. He's an Aussie doodle.
Aussie Doodle. What's his name?
Bo.
Bo. I like it.
He's got his butthole on my foot right now.
He looks
Goes
like
to
a
work with me
Muppet.
every day, though. He does, man.
Oh, he's a shop dog?
He's a shop dog.
Nice.
He's lazy, though. He don't like to work. Hold it against him.
Nice, dude. How old is he?
He is 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
Lots of good years left.
Oh, yeah.
You a good boy. Who's your good boy?
I didn't have these in. He'd hear you. He'd go,
Oh, yeah, he can't hear me. I was talking to you, Joel.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we got, dude, you got, for the last couple of years, you're coming out with some fucking cool, innovative parts.
Thanks.
Let's move over to you. Also, are you putting on? Or are you a part of a show that's coming out this week?
Yes. Yeah.
After
This week,
actually the day before this drops.
was it the day before? Oh, I was thinking you all would drop it on Thursday, and I was going to say I will get my chopper show today, but since it'll be on Friday, right?
Yeah,
Drop it on Friday. Yeah.
you
Okay.
can tell
Well,
everybody how much fun you had.
I had a blast that Time Warp turnout, and you should have been there.
Yeah. So what is Time Warp Turnout?
Well, after they announced that, go on, Bubba, go on. After they announced that they were, this is the first year for Smoky Mountain Bike Week, I was like, okay, there's Willie's Chopper Time and all the other Bike Week chopper shows, but this is the first Smoky Mountain Bike Week, so let's get on it. So from the get go, I was like, hey, I think I want to try and put on a little chopper show during Bike Week, and had the guys down at Dream Rides of Tennessee. They offered their place for me to host it and everything like that. So I said, let's do it.
No shit. So where
Yeah.
exactly is it? What's what time?
It is
Where is it?
just outside of Knoxville in Maryville, Tennessee. It's
Maryville.
at Dream Rides of
shit.
Tennessee.
That's where my brother lived, Maryville.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, just down the road. But yeah, that's where it is. Dream Rides in Maryville. Thursday, October the 5th from 1 to 5. Plus, who knows when it'll end. We'll say roughly from 1 to 5.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Yeah, they got some cool stuff going. Custom construction. Wes is giving away a helmet for the raffle. Got tattoo raffles and paint raffles. Paco is giving away $500 to Dustin.
Nice. Nice.
Oh no shit.
Hopefully, should be a pretty good time. We'll see.
Yeah. On a Thursday though.
Yeah,
They gotta
we'll
move
see.
that.
Like all the other bike weeks, man. The chopper show's on a Thursday.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. It gives you something to do on a Thursday. The unofficial start of the weekend.
Yeah.
You can go into work
start a little
Friday
early, yeah.
hungover. Yeah. You should extend your weekend. You deserve
I'll
it.
definitely call in Hooky.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sick that day.
Cool, man. So I guess what else what's next for you? Like, are you thinking about starting a new project, a new bike project?
Yeah. I'm sort of been thinking back and forth on what I really want to go with, but no matter what, I'm stepping into Big Twin land. I don't know whether it'll be an Evo or Shovelhead or what. But I think I'm going to build, I'm definitely going to build a swing arm bike because I want to put one of my fenders on it. But we'll see. We'll just have to see. I don't know. I don't want to say too much and
Yeah.
it not happen. I just take it one day at a time and see what I can get out of it. We'll
Yeah.
see what I can make with once once I get that machine and
Yeah. Just CNC your own bike.
yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
Just CAD that
Might as
motor up.
Might as well. I mean, that's how I do it, anyways.
There's some motherfuckers that are doing that shit though. They're building fucking motors. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Speed Science
unbelievable.
is doing some really cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing to me. Like, it's amazing that you can get into it for like very little money. You know what I mean? Just like the design stuff, if your brain is wired that way, you know, you can start cooking up cool parts, and then there's businesses available that can actually do it like affordably, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And locally too. I mean, you're saying
Yep.
like just one state over or something, and
Yep.
quick turnaround time. It's an amazing time to be building bikes like that. You just like the things that these people are doing.
Yeah.
Makes me jealous.
I agree.
'Cause my brain is not wired that way. But
No.
I am going to check out CAD. I'm going to download that shit and just fuck around with it because I'm decent with computers. I know how to like log
Yeah.
onto the internet and shit.
Yeah. No, you should, dude.
You don't have to
It's
log
a
on to
fun
the internet
little
anymore,
thing.
bud.
I got to pop in my AOL disk.
Yeah, you've got mail.
Dude, that was a time, man.
Yeah, you're trying to
Well,
sneak
that-
on the computer
when
at nighttime, and it's like,
Yeah. Trying to jerk off your mom. But you'd pop in that AOL. I don't even know if you need the disk to run it, but I remember it tied up the phone line, and that was like
Yeah.
a big deal, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a huge deal. My
Someone
mom would
called
be like,
and
"Get
kicked
the
you out."
fuck off!" Yeah, I need to use
Yeah,
the
yeah.
phone.
Remember
I'm
just
like, get
walking
with the
around the
times,
house?
ma.
Remember walking around the house with the phone with like the fucking 60-foot cord on it?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we had one phone. It was in the kitchen, and I'd bring it all the way. Like I'd be talking to my girlfriend, you know, in fucking 6th grade. I'd walk all the way down the hall, close the door on the cord,
Yeah.
and I'd still have 20 feet to walk around the room.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what it's all about, man.
Oh, the good old
Only we
days.
could go. It was so much more simple. Everything was so
It was
much
simple.
more
Everything was way harder, though. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Like now I'm like, who? Like I remember, like I'd be at a bar or something. Me and my buddies would be like, who sings this song? And we didn't even have phones, so we'd just be like, we'd be guessing. You know, we'd be like, I think it's David Bowie. You know, now I'm just like so easy, just like Shazam
Yeah.
that shit.
Thank you, technology.
Yeah, I actually did see a payphone. On our way to New York, we saw a payphone. It looked like it worked too.
You should have
I've seen
tried.
a couple. There's still
That's
some in
fucking.
New
It's
Hampshire.
weird to see. You're like, what the fuck is that? That's a payphone. I wouldn't even know how much money they cost now.
Oh, it's probably through the roof now.
Like I don't think they
$17 to make a
updated
fucking
them with
phone
like
call.
card slots and shit though.
Yeah, and how would you do a collect call now?
Oh, dude, that was the other thing. Like I used to collect call people.
Oh yeah, I used to collect
Like
all
my
my friends
friends and stuff.
nonstop, dude.
Yeah, because it was
Remember-
expensive. I remember like
Do you remember the days with
living
a
out in the
pager?
sticks, dude. Yeah,
Remember the days with pager and you like send fucking code through fucking numbers?
Mhm.
dude, you'd page someone, you'd be like 911. Like it's an emergency, you'd be like, yeah, where's my weed?
Yeah. I'd be getting fucking pages from this girl that I was dating. It'd be like 143-424242, and I'm like, I'd call her. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? What does 42 mean? And she's like, it means fuck me. And I was like, oh shit, all right, where you at?
I got the first part, but what do you mean?
I don't speak Morse code, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to explain to our little shop kid how we used to have to like P9 text, like 444-8888, 7,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man.
Dude, that wasn't that long ago for me, man. Like when I first met my wife, I had the fucking flip phone, and she'd be like texting me, and I'd be like, okay. I'd just be like 42424242. Old beeper code. Yeah, dude, beepers. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I forget, let's give some thanks to the motherfuckers that make this show possible. Up first, hold on, I'm fucking peeking like crazy. Up first, we have Deadbeat Customs, the creator of the Deadbeat Retreat, where all low lives go to die, and the longest running supporter of the motherfucking show. Steve is a motherfucking gangster in the motorcycle world. If you need anything for your chopper, dyno, bagger, whatever the fuck you need, he's got it at deadbeatcustoms.com and use code LOWLIFE at checkout. Up next, we got Lowbrow Customs. Everything you need for the road ahead. Literally the only website where you can build an entire fucking bike from one place. Tyler and his team constantly support everything in the chopper community, so you can return the favor by shopping at lowbrowcustoms.com. Up next, we got No Lock Paintworks. Dan from Manchester, New Hampshire, cooking up some of the dopest fucking paint jobs on the East Coast. He is now booking for winter. So if you have a project that is starting now, or you're in the middle of it, or you just want to repaint your shitty ass bike, hit up No Lock Paintworks on Instagram and tell him the boys from the Low Life Chopper podcast sent you. Next, we got Steel City Blacksmithing. Twisting everything metal. No matter what it is, he will fucking twist it. Twist his dick. Remember that video? It's no dick twist. Anyways, hit up Josh at Steel City Blacksmithing. This motherfucker just built a bike for like this dude in Qatar, and then it won Best in Show in Italy, dude.
Dude,
Josh is a motherfucking
insane.
beast. That's the kind of work this old boy turns out. So hit up steelcityblacksmithing.com, Steel City Blacksmithing on Instagram, and tell him the boys from the Low Life Chopper podcast sent you. Last but not least, we got Stay Strong Co., the only hot sauce that these boys put in their buttholes. I mean, in our mouths. It's the best hot sauce on the motherfucking planet. You can use it as a dip. You can use it as a glaze. You can use it on hot wings. Fucking whatever you want. Get over to Stay Strong Co., order some the shit hot sauce, and tell him the boys from the Low Life Chopper podcast fucking sent you.
Yeah, we said last but not least, but we also talked before the show that we're actually going to
Oh, shit.
do commercials for ourselves now, too.
Up next, we got Rhino Resto. Oh, no, that's how you go by, right? Is that what it is for the thing, too, or no?
Yeah, Rhino Resto, inconveniently located in Henniker, New Hampshire. But I'm back open. Books are filling up for winter. This is vapor honing season, baby. I'm turning into a rhino. Popping them boners. I'm going to be doing... I already have like full engines and shit. Like full motor builds and stuff like that. So
damn,
get on the books. You don't have to drop it off right now, but just get in line because it's a vapor honing season, by the way. The same as build season in the winter. So hit me up. Let me know what you got. I'm not doing car shit. Motorcycles only. Choppers preferably. And I will hook you up with a good price. I love carb rebuilds, by the way. So I'll run a special or something when I think about it.
And last but not least, we have Loctite's Pinstriping coming straight out of Epping, New Hampshire. Same. It's motherfucking wintertime. This is... Actually, it's not my busiest time because I'm super busy in the summertime, but also super busy in the fucking winter. If you're getting a new paint job and you want to put that swag on it, or you just want to fucking brighten up your old paint job, hit me up. You can ship me your tins. Plenty of fucking people do it. It always gets back safely. Or if you're local enough, I'm fine with traveling to your garage, or you can drop it off at my garage. Hit me up either way. Loctite Shop on Instagram, and let's link some fucking paint.
Yeah. Oh, and one more thing.
No more things. I said that was the last thing.
Low Life. Well, Low Life podcast. If you want some merch, we got stickers, we got koozies, we got shirts. I actually did some special order. I got some triple XL for the big boys out there. So
Dang.
if you want anything from medium to triple XL, get on it now. I'm going to be doing a totally new design starting in October. But we still got the low life across the back, low life emblazed on the chest. We still got some stuff from the Indian Lair block party. So hit me up. It's $25 shipped. $25 shipped. You're gonna get a shirt and a koozie, shirt and a sticker. And if you want a koozie, that's $5. But yeah, buy this shit out. We got at least, I don't know exactly the exact numbers, but we have at least one in every size. And then triple XLs, I'm printing up. They're going to be done tomorrow. So 25 shit, baby.
Son.
DM us.
I like it.
And that's a steal because you know what else went up? Shipping prices. What the fuck, dude? Shit's expensive. I went to the post office today to ship a bunch of shit out, and I was like, ship this as cheaply as possible. It's fucking expensive to ship stuff. So free
That's
shipping,
bullshit.
25 shipped is a good fucking deal, dude.
You can't get a shirt for fucking $25 anymore. You buy a hoodie off anybody's site, dude, it's like $65 now. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Hoodies.
Yeah. I want to get some hoodies going for fucking wintertime, though. Some
We
low
gotta
life
do
hoodies. So that's like, now that it's getting chilly, I'm like, I want to do some long sleeves. I want to do some hoodies. I want to do some sweatpants. So I want to clear these screens. So
Yeah,
get
we
these
need to do-
while they're
listen.
available.
I think our next shirt needs to be, it just says cancel this on the belly with an arrow to the dick. And then on the back it says proud to be a lowlife.
I like it. Yeah, I want to ride this fucking cancellation culture fucking wave, dude. Like, that shit pissed me off. Paled in comparison to how pissed Loctite was on Friday, though.
Oh,
When I told
son. Oh, son. I'll tell you
Shit
right now.
got hated.
I was ready to pick up charges on
Yeah.
Friday.
Dude, it sucks to be like it sucks to see other people canceled, but when you get canceled yourself, that fucking really sucks. And
Yeah.
in fact, I don't know where this episode's going to fucking air. Hopefully it will be on Spotify, but we'll find out. But it's available everywhere else. Everywhere else still has us. And we will fight tooth and nail to make sure that you guys get a motherfucking episode every Friday
Yes.
till hell freezes over. Oh, one more sponsor.
Jesus Christ.
We got a lot of sponsors. Cornerstone Manufacturing.
Hey,
You got to do your own ad read, though.
I'll do that. Okay, yeah. Cornerstone Manufacturing. This. Wait, what's the opening line?
You got to call them motherfuckers.
You gotta call everybody motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Listen,
they like
motherfuckers.
that.
This episode is brought to you by me, Joel, Cornerstone Manufacturing. Seat pans, rigid struts, fenders, anything your heart desires. We can do it. Well, I can do it.
There we go. Yeah, Joel, dude, it was so cool talking to you, man. Like, you're doing some really innovative stuff, and
Yeah,
for
sure.
definitely got to keep an eye on Cornerstone Manufacturing because, like, those seat pans alone, dude, that's like
super fucking sick.
I haven't seen anything like that before, and you definitely have like the mind, the aptitude, the fucking drive for it. So, super cool talking to you. Really appreciate you coming on.
You're all for having me.
We do have one final question.
Canceled.
Do you consent? I need your verbal consent. Okay. I wasn't going to do this. So actually, I don't know why we got canceled. And I thought it might be all these gross questions I ask at the end. So this one's going to be a little bit tame.
Oh,
I hadn't given it much thought, but all right. Would you rather play 7 Minutes in Heaven with me right now or kill your entire family?
don't really want to kill my family. So
I get handsy in the
Da-na-na.
closet.
Da-na-na,
I'm a
da-na-na.
little scared, but I mean,
All right, let me rephrase.
7
All right.
minutes of heaven.
You have to make out with me for 30 seconds, or everybody in the entire world dies right now.
And you have to do it on live.
Including you and me? Well, I guess we're all dying. We're all dying. Yeah, we'd all be dead at this point.
Yeah. Sorry, world, but
It wasn't my fault.
I forced his
into this
hand.
position. Innocent.
All right. Well, thanks again, Joel, for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
Everybody,
y'all.
thanks
Appreciate it.
again. Thanks again for fucking supporting the show. For fucking, I guess we're hoping we get this out on Spotify. I don't know what the fuck platform this is going to be out on, but really appreciate everybody reaching out and being like, "Fuck those motherfuckers. Fuck cancel culture. Fuck that bullshit." Means a lot to us because I don't want to live in that world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, any parting thoughts? Anything you guys want to end better than me? I've had like 30 beers because me and Loctite started recording at like 3 o'clock today.
Yeah, we've been recording for fucking 4 hours.
We recorded like 3 episodes already, so
Yeah.
I'm surprised I kept it together this whole time.
Great. Probably just made it all that much more better.
All right, with that, we will see you motherfuckers next week, whether we get canceled again or not.
Peace out.